Hey friends, my name is Sean and welcome to my entertainment vlog, The Sean Must Go On. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about the map to Epic Universe. So getting familiar with this map will help your day go a lot smoother. Here's the parking lot. As you'll see, it's about the same size as the park itself. So with that in mind, it takes a while to walk from here to the front entrance of the park. So getting there early is not a bad idea. And as you see here, the Grand Helios Hotel is on the complete opposite side of the front entrance. So you're coming through the front gate. They do open that early. There is protection from the rain. If it's raining, there's also gift shops, there's a Starbucks, and you can get your Super Nintendo power-up bands there ahead of time. So if you're there waiting, I advise doing that first. All right, here an overview of the whole map. It does look like a big circle, but it doesn't function quite like Islands of Adventure and Universal, where you have to walk around the whole thing in a big circle just to get from one side to the other. They do have these paths in between during Celestial Park section. So you can get from one corner to the other without walking all the way around, but it does still take a while to get from, say, Isle of Berk up to Dark Universe. So if you're coming through the front entrance, you take a left, you will hit Super Nintendo World first, followed by Dark Universe. If you take a right, you will hit Isle of Berk, followed by the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. If you're coming from the Grand Helios, you walk out, take a right, you hit Dark Universe. Keep going, you hit Super Nintendo World. Take a left, you hit the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, keep going, you hit Isle of Berk. In between all of this is Celestial Park, which is a giant, beautiful park. It has the Stardust Racers, which is one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on. Has a carousel, has a lot of really cool themed restaurants, beautiful fountains to watch, a lot of photo opportunities, but there isn't a whole lot of shade, and it is pretty big, so keep that in mind. All right, so if you're entering the Isle of Berk, you'll enter here, and it is kind of a big circle. So when you come in, you go to your left, you hit a little kids area, then you get the Dragon Flying ride, which does have a long wait. You have Pickups Gliders, which is a pretty kid-friendly roller coaster, and the animatronics are pretty cool. You have the Fire Drill, which is the water ride there, pretty cool. I'll keep spoilers out of that one. And there's shows, there's restaurants. Kids are gonna love this, adults are gonna love this. If you love the movie, you will love this section. It is very big. This will consume a lot of your time. Now, if you're walking into the Wizarding World, you'll enter through the portal. You walk in, beautiful entrance. Oh my God, so breathtaking. You leave this world. Now, there's restaurants, boutiques, candy stores. To the left, that is where the Ministry of Magic ride is. Double check your virtual queue, because if they're still operating the virtual queue, they usually release those at certain times. At least they did during pass holder days, and it was a nightmare. So hopefully they just decided against that and go with a regular queue. And there's a fun little circuit thing in the middle, and there's kind of like Diagon Alley. You turn a corner, and not Nocturne Alley, but it's similar. And there's just a lot going on in there. And honestly, picture taking and just taking it all in is unbelievable. It's kind of like going to Diagon Alley for your first time, only times 100. Now, in between the Isle of Berk and the Wizarding World, this right here is the Stardust Racer roller coaster. Since it is a dueling coaster, the line goes pretty quick. We only did the one side, so I would imagine they're not too different from one another, but it's a very cool ride. So that one is in between those two lands. All right, now if you're entering Dark Universe here, you will walk in. Stunning visuals. When you walk in, there's cobblestone, everything. There's a restaurant, there's a cool little shop. On your left, there is straight up, you can't miss it, Frankenstein Manor. It's the centerpiece of the whole thing. Truly, truly wonderful. Now, if you take a left, instead of going towards Frankenstein Manor, you will find that's where the Curse the Werewolf is. And there's a couple other things over there, as well as the Burning Blade Tavern. You gotta check that out at night. And last but not least, we have Super Nintendo World. The portal to this, perfection. If you grew up playing these games, adults, you are going to just die when you see this. And kids who play the games now, you're gonna just love it. This one's a little bit more unique, where you really can't go out the way you come in, so it does keep that facade, and so glad they went with that. Now, when you walk in, I'm not going to spoil too much of this because I think people are looking forward to this one the most. So when you walk in, it's just take it all in. There's stuff to do all around. There's little hidden things throughout the park. There are a lot of steps here though, so remember that in case you need some accommodations or if steps are difficult for you. There's a lot of them. In order to get to the Donkey Kong part of this, which is in the back, you do have to go down and to the right. It took me a second to figure that out. So down and to the right, you'll hit Donkey Kong, which is a complete section that's different. The Toadstool Cafe is down on the first floor, and then just enjoy the rest. There's the Mario Kart ride and the Donkey Kong Minecart Madness, and keep in mind that the wait times for those will probably be pretty busy all day. If you were there during any of the busy times at Universal with the wands and what it was like waiting for anything with the wands, expect that times 100 with the power-up bands. All right, that brings me to the end. I tried to do as much of an overview in as little amount of time as I can and not give too many spoilers, which is very hard because the little kid in me just wants to spill all the guts. But if you have questions, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate a like and a follow. I will make more videos that go further in depth into each portal, so those ones might come with some spoiler alerts, but again, I'm going to try to keep it so you can enjoy it for your first time, and honestly, you're going to have the best time and you're going to be very glad that you went. And I hope to hear about it.